Hi guys, welcome to the Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Tom and this is episode number 33. In today's episode, we're going to automate the planetary logistics system and the drones. So with that said guys, let's get started. All right, so let's take a look at what we need for the planetary logistics system. We need 4 products: steel, processors, the particle container, and the titanium ingots. Okay, no problem. We have the particle containers here. We have the processors right here. And the processors are actually being built on Roman, so we have to transport those around when we need them. And I'm just putting a logistic distributor on top of the processors so that we can distribute these to the build. Okay. And it looks like we have the steel here. And a few episodes ago, we wanted to empty out all that steel here because it wasn't proliferated. But now that we have steel proliferated with the MK2, we can feed from this box. So we will reconnect that line, and then what we can do is put a logistics station here, or a logistic distributor. We'll set that to distribute. We'll add some drones. Okay, so that's all set. Now we need to find our titanium ingots. And those are right here. And the titanium ingots are also made on Roman. And let's just set this to provide and add the bots. Okay, I think what do the drones need? Okay, they need processors and they need iron ingots. So let's put a logistic distributor on top of our iron, and we'll set to distribute, add the drones. Okay. Now we need to figure out where we want to do this build that will be in range of all the materials. What a mess. Let's see, where do I want to go? I mean, we could build right here. Let's pick up some storage boxes. I only have 2 in inventory. Okay. And let's do our drones first. So we'll automate those. And let's see what it takes. Okay, so every 4 seconds it creates 1 drone. And every 4 seconds this creates a thruster. So that's a 1-to-1 ratio, right? So if that should... Oh, but this needs 2 of them. You see there at the bottom right, it says 2 thrusters, 2 processors, and 5 iron ingots. So we'll need 2 thruster factories, 2 thruster assembly machines for 1 logistic drone assembly machine. No problem. So we'll plop down. Well, let's set this to be the thruster. And we'll put some storage boxes down. Actually, we could do splitters for the receiving. Okay, because this has to be proliferated. What is this? It's 3 copper and 2 steel. Okay. Okay, and we've got to put these on there. And let's request some more logistic distributors. We are out. So we say we want 50 of them. And so the drone should bring me 50 of those. If I'm in range anyways. Do I have... Oh, I don't have bots on these. I don't have bots on these. Okay, so let's put logistic distributors on there. And we want to provide to Icarus and collect from Icarus. Okay. All right, now we will do a belt out like this. Actually, that's going to go over here. This is going to be the output for the thruster. And we'll put a sorter with a filter on it. Like this. And then we say copper ingots and steel. Like this. Okay. And then we will extend the belts. We'll paste another one down here. And then we will want to proliferate this. And then this guy here, we're going to change the splitter to this one. And then we could take it from the second story and we could bring it over like this into the spray coater. So now we don't have to make a little bridge. It looks a whole lot cleaner now. So I do like that. And then we can place a logistic or a box and then a logistic distributor on there. And we want to request, and we want to request a proliferator MK2. And we want to set the storage to 1. And here comes our proliferator. And then we can also put down the power. Okay. Excellent. And then let's also do this. We want to say we want to request copper ingots. And let's set the box limit to 1. And we'll do 1 for the steel. Okay. And then we need to set the steel. Switch it to request. Add the bot's max charging power. And there we go, guys. There we go. We're just waiting on the steel. I hope we still have steel. We're using quite a bit of it for foundations. But it looks like we have enough steel. And so look, this is now proliferated. with MK2. And we are creating extra thrusters with the MK2 proliferator. Let's take a look at our power. Our power is looking just fine, so we don't need to worry quite yet. All right, so in the last episode, I used sorters to bring out the material from the boxes. I didn't use splitters. So this is another way you can get material out of a box is doing splitters. Or you could do them with sorters. I don't know. I don't think it's a right or wrong way to do it. But I do like having a splitter on the proliferator, because you could do a second story splitter and then, you know, keep this belt a second floor and right into the spray coater. It just looks so much neater. Like doing something like this, I think it looks ugly because there's no support system here. It's just really weird. I think using a splitter is so much nicer. So yeah. Although I see splitters as, you know, you use splitters to split off the products to multiple ways instead of just doing one way, you know. That's how I view splitters. So I don't think using splitters is the most efficient way. Maybe it is compared to sorters. I'm not sure. What does a sorter cost in MK3? I mean, they take turbines, which are really expensive, and they take two MK2, which also take the electric motors. So I feel like MK3 sorters are a bit more expensive than a splitter overall in product use. So this may be a better way of doing it for the receiving end of a logistic distributor. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. I do like the way this looks. So we'll go with it. I did update it here off camera. So I put splitters here, and instead of using MK3 sorters, I'm just, you know, belting through the splitters and into the assembly machines. I don't know. Anyways, let's continue the build. Let's place down a storage box. I mean, I could do a splitter here too. I don't know. We could go in there like that. And then we could set this to be like 1. Actually, maybe we don't want to store this stuff. We could probably... because these are going to go directly into the drones. And the drones need... what do the drones need? They need iron, processors, and the engines. We have the engines here. So all we need is just one of these factories, though. That's all we need. So we can do something like this. We'll set the limit to 1 and 1. Okay. And then we can set 1 factory here. Like this. Put a Tesla tower right here. And this can be the logistic drones. And yeah, this might be a little too, well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's belt this over here. Like that. And then we could belt from the other side. What is this? It takes 5 to 2. So we could do the iron ingots from here. And the processor is here. And we say input and trim down the belt. And then set the filters to be iron ingots and processors. And now we can set the settings for our logistics distributor. We say request. We don't want to request chemical plants. We want to request processors. So here they come. We're gonna go get the processors, and we want to request iron ingots. I hope they're in range to do this. Looks like probably not. Oh, I don't have enough bots. So let's request some bots. And let's say we want 100. Get 100 of those. Okay. The iron ingots are here. Okay. Slots are full. Okay, the bots are already in flight. So that's, I saw 0 out of 10 bots, and but the bots are out flying and grabbing the steel, so that makes sense. Okay, is our processors being proliferated? They not really. This is kind of a bad setup here. Man, this is silly. Well, what we could do... What we can do is delete this. And we can say... A splitter goes down here. A storage box on there. And this is all proliferated. And so we can store the processors in here. Oops, wrong way with the belt. Okay, we say the processors go out. And then we could put the logistic distributor on there. And we'll say distribute. And we'll give this power. And so now it's all being proliferated. And then it's moving into this box here. All the proliferated processors. Excellent. Okay. And that's going to make it in here. Let's take a look at this, the iron ingots. I think we're having the same issues with the iron ingots. Yeah, looks like we are. We're proliferating it right here, but we're not right before it. So what we could do is a short term, we can delete this and put a spray coater here. And then is there any end to the spray coater? How about we do something like this? Okay, and then we just need to move this Tesla tower. And then we could just come over like this. Okay, and so now our iron ingots are being proliferated. And I'm pretty sure our copper ingots, yeah, they're being proliferated. Okay. So unfortunately, the drones are not going to be proliferated for a while. That's all right. It is what it is. Okay, and then all we need to do is put a sorter going into the factory. Okay, and now we're creating bots. Or drones. Apologies. They're drones. Okay. Let's grab some more foundation. And let's get some more soil pile. Okay. And then we'll just flatten this all out here. Beautiful. And so in go the drones. Like this. And we can do like two stacks. And we could say we want to provide to Icarus and collect from Icarus. Okay, excellent. So the drones are done, guys. We are automating drones for the very first time. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is automate the planetary logistics system, and then we will be ready for episode number 34 when we actually start using them. So what does this need? It needs, okay, so it needs 4 products here. No problem. So we'll just do another line here. And then we could just weave the proliferator around. So we'll put some splitters down. We'll put 4 of them because we need 4 products. And box. And a logistic distributors. 1, 1, and 1. There we go. And then set the limits. So I'll set the limit to that, and then I'll do copy, paste on the boxes. So now they're all set to 1. Okay, and then we need to put some power here. And then we put, let's move that a bit closer. We could put our factory here. And then we say we want this to make a planetary logistics systems. Okay. Sweet. Now we need to do 4 belts. So we'll do 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and input, and we'll trim these belts back. And then we need to do the 4th belt over here. So this will come down like this, and it will input here like this. We'll fix that sorter. It looked a bit wonky there, so we'll delete it and add a new one. Okay. And then we want to then, I don't think we proliferate this, right? we don't want to proliferate the planetary logistics system. There's no point in that, right? I could be wrong. So we'll put a box here and then set the filter to be the planetary logistics system and do that. And then we want to provide and collect for Icarus. Okay. Excellent. So whenever Icarus needs some planetary logistics system, we could just call for it over here. All right. Okay, so now we need to set the filters for these distribution or logistic distributors. So we'll say we want this to be, let's take a look at the recipe real quick. Okay, so we could do titanium ingots, and we want to request, I hope it's not out of range. And it's not. We're in range, so here they go. To do that, and then we need to do the same thing for this. Request. And then we want, what's next? Steel. Let's do steel. Okay. So they're going to get steel, and then we will request processors here. Okay, and they're going to get processors. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. And then here we can request particle containers. Particle containers. Where are you? Here you are. And then max charging power. And here those come. So all we need to do is proliferate the titanium ingots to get a product boost. So let's do that real quick. So what we'll do is, it is kind of silly, but it is what it is. So what we'll do is we'll delete that, and then we will pull from here, and then we'll place a logistic distributor on here, and we want to distribute. Okay, excellent. So now they're taking the proliferated titanium ingots, and they're going in there. Excellent. And then yeah, that should work. We could say we only want 2 stacks in here at all times, so that this belt always gets titanium ingots as well. And looking good. This is looking brilliant. All right. Look at all these wonderful bots flying around. It's so gorgeous. All right. We were having some issues with the ingots, the titanium ingots. Let's see if they drop some more off here. Okay, here they come with the ingots. And that's proliferated. So this should all be proliferated now. It is. It is. So now we're getting that extra product for the planetary system. And let's say we want 2 slots for this. Okay. This is looking good. Okay. So here we go, guys. We are making our drones. We have 108 already. Let's do four stacks. I'm not sure how much the planetary logistics systems take. And we will do 1 stack for now because these are super expensive. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to have to do it. Man, I'm going to have to do it. We're not going to explore the planetary system in this episode. We'll do that in episode number 34, where we will explore the planetary logistics system and the drones. But we're all set up. We're all ready to go. Okay, excellent, guys. Well, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly did. And we'll see you in episode number 34, where we, for the first time, explore the planetary logistic system. It only took me 20 hours to get here. Anyways, guys, have a good day, and we'll see you in 34. Take care. Bye.